Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to show you how to make a cold brew coffee in the Ninja Espresso machine Luxe Cafe. So I'm going to be making the one that's in the inspiration guide that comes with it. This is the almond milk caramel cold brew. Now I will be using Just a Dad Simple Sip whole bean coffee up here in the coffee. So here's the portafilter. We're going to be installing the Luxe basket. It's kind of the bigger basket. We're going to put it in there. It's the filter basket. We need to put the funnel on, so definitely take the funnel and just snap it on until it's nice and flush. Now up here on the machine, you can rotate this dial. You can do an espresso, a quad, a cold press. You can do a regular coffee, classic coffee, rich. You can do an over ice, but we're going to do a cold brew. And you can do anywhere from 6 to 18 ounces. We're going to do 10 ounces. Now you may see the word rinse. That means that that shower head is hot from a previous drink, and we need to rinse it, run some water through it to cool it off. Now that water's still going to be 100 degrees. It's just not going to be like 180 degrees, so be careful. Okay, just hit the, again, it's going to brew water through there. You can put the portafilter on there and catch it out the bottom of that, or you can just do it like this. This is a rinse, and it's going to do 8 ounces to try to cool off that shower head. Now again, that water is really, really hot, 120 degrees. Okay, that's all done. We can discard that water. Now here I have a 16-ounce tumbler full of ice. It's going to brew the coffee at a reduced temperature, and it's going to take a while because it's cold brew. So we'll time it and see how long it takes. But the ice is still going to melt, and after it's done melting, it should give you the proper dilution. Now it's not going to brew the full 10 ounces. It's going to brew around 6 ounces, maybe 5 to 6 ounces. And again, when the ice melts, you have your proper dilution, and then we'll froth our milk. Okay, so when you first get the machine, you will have to dial in the espresso shot. Once you've dialed in the machine, now we can set the current size to the recommended. Now, I've got the portafilter in, it's wiped down and clean. The funnel is on. We're going to put it in the machine, but you want to put it all the way back into the machine and let go of the handle, because watch this display. It's going to measure it before it grinds it. So let's put it in, okay? It's measuring it. And it's going to give us a current and a recommended. Okay, we need to match the current to the recommended with using this dial. So you're just going to rotate this dial. You may hear like a little motor move. I move the dial till the current matches the recommendation. And again, earlier I already had this set on my 10 ounce and cold brew. So now I just hit the start grind. Again, there's going to be a status bar go across. And you can turn these beeps off in the settings of the machine. Okay, it's all done. Just give it a tap. You don't have to tamp it. Now, if you're going to do a 16 or an 18 ounce, you want to tamp it down with the funnel on, because it sticks up above the funnel a little bit. But here's what our coffee looks like. It's at a medium grind, about 23. Okay, you're simply going to put it in the machine, line up the dots where it says insert, and then rotate it to the lock position. And now we can put our tumbler. You can take this tray out. If you need to install a bigger drip tray, you can put almost an 8-ounce travel mug there, but I can leave the drip tray, put it right underneath there. And now you're simply got that same button you turned earlier, you're going to press the start button. And let's start a stopwatch and see exactly how long this 10-ounce cold brew is going to take. Now you're going to hear it start and stop a few times. It's going to like start, you may see a little bit of coffee come out, then it's going to stop. And it does that, I forget how many times. It depends on how much you're brewing. But again, you can always keep track of the status bar going across. Now that water coming out is still hot. It's still around 115, that's 96, but it works it's way up to around 110. Okay, now we can grab the milk frother here. It's got a whisk in there. There's a magnetic thing that's going to turn that whisk to froth it. It also has a steam one. But we're going to select the cold froth, so it's not going to use steam. But that whisk comes out for easy cleaning. And what's really nice is we can add we're adding 3 tablespoons of almond milk. Okay? And then we're adding 1 tablespoon of caramel syrup. We can add it all right to this milk frother, and then we're going to froth it. Okay. Now you simply just put the wand in and scoot it back like that. And now we can do this while it's brewing this, so it'll finish at the same time. Now we got to select the milk type. We want to select plant-based since we're using almond milk. If I was using cow milk, I would go to dairy. Froth, we got no froth. We got like a little bit of froth. Maximum, that's all three of those are hot. It's going to turn the steaming wand on. But we go to the far one, it's going to froth it, but no steam. Then you simply just hit the start button. And it's going to start spinning it and frothing it. Now the frothing is probably going to get done before this cold brew. The cold brew does take a little bit. Yeah, see, it's around 102. And again, this is right out of that manual that we get. There's what we're going to end up with. I love that they give you step-by-step instructions. Okay, so the frothing doesn't really beep at us because this is going. So we can take the frothing out. Now, one thing you're going to notice, take a wet rag and wipe that steam wand off. And it's going to purge that steam wand with some water when you stow it into that little area right there. There's our milk froth. That's cold froth. Now, it might have to wait till it's done with this before it purges it. So we're finishing up. Okay, the coffee is done. You know, that took right about 4 minutes. Now again, you can stir this. You could add more ice if you want it, but that's a very cold, refreshing drink. Look, 33 degrees, yeah. That's about 5 degrees cooler than an iced coffee, and it takes about twice as long. So here we have our this is cold milk that's been frothed and mixed in with the syrup. Wow, this looks amazing. Okay, I like to stir mine in a little bit. All right. Okay, let's give it a taste. Oh, wow. That's a delicious tasting almond milk caramel cold brew. That tastes absolutely amazing. Okay, let's go over cleanup. You're simply going to rotate this back to the inserts position. And be careful, there was a little bit of water in the top, but this is called a knock box. It really helps getting the coffee grounds out. Now you can just rinse that out and you're ready to go for the next time. Okay, so probably earlier I made an iced coffee, okay? And I made it with a different, I made the salted caramel cold foam. It turned out exactly like it. Taste-wise, this one's definitely colder, a colder drink because it does brew about 10 degrees cooler. This one's twice as fast. You'll need to add maybe a little bit more ice, but not too bad. But I think both of them are great drinks. If you've got the time, if you got up to about 4 or 5 minutes to do the cold brew, it does brew it colder. You end up with a more refreshing drink. The coffee taste, I do think, is a little bit smoother with the cold brew. It doesn't brew it as hot, but it takes a while. Now, you may have heard me say that your espresso machine has to be dialed in. I have a video on how to dial it in. I also have an unboxing that tells you how to set it all up for the very first time, take it out of the box. And then I'm walking through every one of these and I'm going to do a video. And then I'll do a review on it when I do them all these. But so far I've done espresso, I haven't done quad, I haven't done cold press. I've done classic coffee. It makes really good classic and rich coffee. Over ice I just did, and I just did cold brew. So the difference, iced coffee takes it's twice as fast, but it's about 10 to 20 degrees hotter when it's brewing. Now it's not nearly as hot when it's brewing a hot coffee. That's about 180. Iced coffee is about 150. Cold brew, 115 I saw. And again, the quantities are usually half of what, I haven't quite figured out exactly what the quantities are yet, but it's not a full 10 ounces. It's about half. But I do think the cold brew does brew a little bit more. Cleanup is super simple. I'm not sure why I didn't purge that time, maybe because it was in the middle of that. Normally though, when you push that steam wand back, it purges. to clean it out. That's just an amazing thing to me. I bought this for $500 and it's an absolutely amazing machine. I was not paid for this video. I highly recommend this machine. Ease of use, no guesswork. I will be comparing it to the Brew espresso machine, but just get the Ninja one. It is so much better than this one. Keurig just released a brand new K Duo. I'll be doing a review. And Keurig just released a brand new K Brew and Chill. Quick chill technology. Don't know anything about it, but I will be finding out about it. As always, I got lots of robot vacuum cleaner reviews and more videos coming. So I had this machine for about a week and a half, a week, and I didn't open the box, and I totally regret that. Typically with espresso machines, I got to work myself up to them because they can be so much work that I typically don't want to do them because of how they're hard to learn. They can be complicated. They're messy. This one is none of that. Now, I've had espresso machines where I'm constantly cleaning this area. I'm constantly wiping it down. I am not making a mess with this one. Once in a while, I do have to kind of wipe something down if I set this down, but not complicated, easy to use, and it's fun. And guess what? It tastes really, really good. Now, these drinks, these are pretty strong tasting coffee drinks. They still have a little bit of the bitter bite to it. So if just add a little bit more milk. You've got plenty of the syrup, which is the sugar in it. So you could add just a little bit more milk if it's a little bit too strong of a coffee taste for you. So again, be sure and check out, I'm gonna have a whole series of videos on this. And then there's a descale, there's a clean, lots of videos coming on this. It's gonna be, you're gonna absolutely enjoy it. 3 words, just buy it. I love it. Also be sure and check out my coffee, Just a Dad Simple Sip Coffee. You can buy it at justadadcoffee.com, or underneath the video, there'll be a little pop-up where you can buy it off of my store. That'll take you to justadadcoffee.com. I sell it in the whole bean and the ground coffee and in the K-Cup. And I ordered mine about a week ago, and that's what I've been using in this espresso machine, and I absolutely love it. The beans look a little bit light, but it's a dark to medium roast. I think it tastes really good. I've had iced coffee, regular coffees, and I've had espressos. So this coffee, the coffee that I sell, does really good with espresso, iced coffee, cold brew coffee, and just regular coffee in this machine. And also other drip coffee makers. So if you're looking for a coffee bean that just works in the brand new Ninja espresso machine, Just a Dad Simple Sip Coffee. So if you could give me a follow over on Instagram, and I have 2 Facebook pages, a Facebook page and a Facebook group page. I really would appreciate a follow. I do free giveaways there and kind of behind the scenes and how things are going. And that's the best way to communicate with me. My group page, you can leave a post and I'll try to answer it as soon as I can, but that's the best way to ask me questions and to see what's going on with the page. And again, I do use affiliate links. I am an affiliate with Shark and Ninja, Amazon and Walmart. So if one of the links down below, you click on it, it takes you to one of those websites and you end up purchasing the product. The product won't cost you anymore, but I will get a small commission from the sale. It is a way of helping support my channel. That way I can continue to do these videos that I love. I really do appreciate everybody's support. If you could hit the thumbs up button, that really does help out my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe, leave in the comments if you'd like to see something else reviewed or this compared to something. I look at the comments and I really do appreciate everybody's feedback. So again, if you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.